After what seems like a friggin' eternity, it's finally back. Up, Whatty Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans Inc. And today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Hunter x Hunter chapter 411. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we're at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable little hunter kitty, who's somewhere around here, hopefully being good kitties, and this operation, well, again, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon, where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Digimon Beat Break. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 Patreon member, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there is a stacked spring anime season coming to a close, in which we cover Digimon Beat Break, Miramashita Urumika, Yomi no Sugai, Akane Banashi, Black Cat in the Witch's Classroom, Witch Hat Atelier, and Marriage Toxin. There's even more on the way. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So, oh my freaking god, I can't believe this day has finally come. Oh my god, I'm so happy that Hunter x Hunter is finally freaking back. First of all, Tagashi, I'm glad you finally found a system that works for you and that it's not affecting your lower back pain as much. Thank God. And also thank God you got more assistance. Thank freaking God. But anyways, last chapter of Hunter x Hunter, we wrapped up the Morena Borksing content, and also martial law was declared. Oh my god. Anyways, let's get into this chapter, see what's in store for us today. And this color page is beautiful. This chapter is titled Announcement, Life and Death Divinely Governed. Here we go. Day 12, Thursday, 8 a.m. inside the Ministry of Justice. The Ninth Prince's funeral procession is scheduled to depart the Ministry of Justice at 1 p.m. and arrive at the funeral hall on Tier 1 before 2 p.m. However, in consideration of the succession war, his will dictates that a send-off by the princess is unnecessary. On the once the Ninth Prince's private army is disbanded and the procedures for their reassignment to Tier 2 and below are complete, I will return there. Good work. Well done. Yes, sir. The time is before the issuance of the special martial law. So this is before martial law was declared, officially declared. How's the 11th Prince doing? She's fast asleep. It's to be expected. She needs to rest quietly until she recovers enough to wake up naturally. Could it be that I'm making Fuchan use up extra energy? So this is obviously a different place. You absolutely must not worry about that. You're absolutely essential to Fugetsu. Without you, she wouldn't survive. Whether the Ninth Prince's death was a suicide or an assassination by the First Prince, the funeral will likely be held grandly and solemnly so as not to provoke public backlash. We will just wait and see until the Ninth Prince's funeral concludes without a hitch. In the meantime, let's get our own preparations perfectly in order. The art looks really nice. All right. Alright, so far, it's more art than text boxes. This is a good sign. So now we're in room 302. The disguise, oh my god. He turned into a woman. Well, it's a disguise, obviously. My, you disguised yourself quite skillfully. Grandma, you're getting senile and so forgetful. This is my original self, while my persona as the captain of the guards is just an external mask. Oh, do you even know the meaning of original? By the way, the situation has changed significantly with the death of the ninth prince, but we are still executing the plan as scheduled, correct? Yes. Finding a Nen exorcist is essential, so I definitely want to smoke them out as early as possible. Well, I think it's supposed to be a Nen user, but you know what I mean. Well, it would be best if there isn't one, but working under the assumption that there is, we'll have to drastically alter our approach depending on the type of Nen user they have. Excuse me. The curse on the 14th prince, how many days do you estimate it will take to accumulate? If our rooms are separate and I can't see them, it'll probably take a full week, even if we're in the same area. If we're lucky and they lower their guard, letting me get close enough to touch them, I'll wring their neck and kill them on the spot. Damn! If it comes to that, please make sure Kako is my successor. Well, I'm off then. Here we go. We're at room 1014. Kurapika, my baby! Second training session. Current participants 18. Based on the results of the previous session, since there were several people who wished to continue taking the course and level up, we hastily increased the capacity and decided to split it into an introductory class and a beginner class. However, for the introductory class, the 2-week training course will put you in a state where you could use Nen. I will promise this change from last time. Which of us is going to the introductory class? Oh yeah, you don't have to put up a tough front, you know. That'd be you. I think it's probably by the prince's arrangement. No, seriously, you should be the one to do it. Oh yeah, you don't, have to put up a tough front, you know. No, seriously, you should be the one to do it. For the beginner class, 1 per week, I promise to have you, master the basics of the 4 major principles. Furthermore, for the princes whose intentions and interests align with others, I will permit an increase of 1 per prince, limited strictly to the introductory class. I want you to confirm by phone whether or not they wish to add 1 more person. The beginner class course has been extended to 1 month, but of course you are free to quit halfway through. A second, let me make this just a little bit bigger. There we go. The basics of the 4 major principles in 1 month? That's an possibly fast pace for normal training, but if he uses an attack, it's not a completely impossible number. If the stalemate in the succession war continues for another month, the second time attendees here will become full-fledged Nen users. Even from a military standpoint, they will no longer be ordinary humans. The aim of increasing the number of recruits is in addition to balancing military power, to disperse and reduce the number of guards in the other princes' living quarters, thereby steering the entire success on... sorry, I fucked this up. I'm really tired, okay? Steering the entire succession war towards a more defense-oriented strategy. Bear-san, I think it's supposed to be Berlente. Yeah, okay. 13th Prince Guard Hunter Association member Berlente. During the previous lecture, murder happened here, right? The culprit hasn't been found yet. Will it be okay this time? Well, to be honest, I don't know, but I don't think you'll be targeted. However, if you spot a girl wearing a mask, let me know right away. This is the 11th Prince attended, or all the second lecture. This is the second lecture. Don't you feel like our skin condition has gotten really good? Also, my stiff shoulders are completely gone. And the 11th Prince attendance, Radiola's second lecture. I know, right? We're tired, but it feels like power is welling up even more than that. The 10th Prince attended Riccoli. The 6th Queen denied it, but if the military police tried to blockade it, then the 10th Prince is already... we just need to do exactly what we were told to do, and that's the 10th Prince attendant Yuri's second lecture. Bringing another person who is also a guard means that Nen ability is just that powerful, right? The 7th Prince intends to wait and see until the trouble between the mafias is settled. We should look at this grace period as a golden opportunity. The 7th Prince Guard Satobi, second lecture. As soldiers belonging to the second queen, we will be reorganized afterwards, no matter which prince becomes king. In that case, whether or not we have mastered this ability will greatly influence our future assignments and prospects. True. Also, I thought being able to make contact with the second prince's private army here would be a massive advantage. And that's the 7th Prince Guard, Hubich. Wait, that's a maid, right? Might just be a standard reconnaissance agent. And that's the 2nd Prince's private army captain, Sarah Hill. The 14th Prince is in the master bedroom. Distance-wise, it's closer than I thought. It seems I can also get my hands on something the princess has used with the 5 days. Wait, with 5 days I can execute the plan. And then there's the 3rd Prince's private soldier, Tefatori, attending 2nd session. An increase in personnel combined with the joint hiding declaration with the 5th Prince. It's a defensive strategy meant to create chaos and complicate the situation. It is not a good idea to reduce the cipher room personnel any further, Prince. After all, we could invite the 14th Prince's party to a meal as much as we want after the session ends. Well, however, we must do it in a way that the 1st Prince's side doesn't receive reports that we are very good friends. I was waiting for the reply, though. If it ultimately comes down to the use of force, here we go. There we go. That's the role of the lower ranks anyway. There's no need to share this special ability any further with my rivals in the promotion race. Even though I am in a state ready to use Zen abilities, I'm practically powerless in front of the 1st Prince's private soldiers. In that case, I have no choice but to build my strength here while appealing to the 1st Prince's side regarding strengthening our coordination with the 3rd Prince. I see. Then, as expected, please leave this to us. There's also the option of having Sakata, who is currently here, take the course. And that's the 5th Prince. The next person here is the 5th Prince's private army captain, Mayor, attending a 2nd session. The 1st Prince's private soldiers must have also noticed that the 5th Prince's Prince's guardian spirit beast has revealed itself. Let's see. That will act as a deterrent. And the 1st Prince's faction will likely restrain themselves for a while and observe the Guardian Spirit Beast's behavior. In the meantime, I will invite Kurapika and we will train together. As long as the Prince is being targeted, I cannot afford to be picky about the means. Let's see. Alright, well then, we will begin the lessons with 9 people in the introductory class and 9 people in the beginner class. Please split into 2 groups. Here's the 10th Prince attendant, Lazula. Okay. Well, being here is much better than being, oh my god, I know I'm probably reading this again, but I don't care. Being worked to the bone by the 6th Queen. I'm anxious, but I can be of, even a little help to the 6th Queen, right? Yeah, let's do our best to begin, Alright, yeah, and that's Tanesta, the 11th Prince attendant. If we can really gain superhuman powers, we'll definitely be able to serve the 11th Prince better than we do now. I'll be able to fight too. And then there's the 13th Prince attendant, Naipe. I'm scared. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go back to my room right now. Okay, so then we got the 7th Prince bodyguard, Gato, quietly focusing solely on acquiring Nen abilities, is it? That's right. Make absolutely sure you refrain from acting on your own. Strategic standby is the safest and most certain path to improving our squad standing. Stop messing around. What are you saying? It's not for the squad, it's for yourself, isn't it? Princes are dying one after another, and the target is a baby? It'd be done in seconds. What kind of idiot would pass up this perfect opportunity? If I succeed, I'm guaranteed a promotion. If the Snake Charmer is among them and attacks the 4th Prince's private army again, is there a slim chance the 4th Prince would sue us and appear in court himself? Now then, those in the introductory class, please clasp your hands together freely. I will now distribute black paper to those in the beginner class. The 9th Prince is dead. The prince I first attempted to contact in order to establish a connection with the 4th Prince. In the end, we still don't even know the secret behind the ability that caused that tremendous rumbling. There's no way it's a simple death from illness. It must be an assassination. The timing right before the trial with the 1st Prince, it's obvious, but there probably won't be any evidence. I'm reluctant, but by using the truth behind the 9th Prince's death as a spark, we must also keep the option of inciting the public and taking advantage of the chaos on the table. Of the chaos on the table. He served as a deterrent to the upper princes and was also the hope of the lower princes. Just by having his private soldiers present in the room, in this room, an atmosphere with an exquisite mix of tension was and security was created. Now that it's gone, even at the risk of some danger, I want to increase complex uncertainties for the upper prince's side, but as expected, there are no princes trying to allocate any more personnel to the judicial bureau, I suppose. I'm Gipper, assigned to the first prince to replace Boxen. Is there anything? Nope. Yeah, because I think around this time Boxen was probably still, or no, Boxen is still with Morena. Why did I say Boxen? It's Borkson. God damn, I'm tired. Yeah. Is there anything noteworthy from the handover with Mulan? Don't die. Both of you are killed here. The prince won't stay quiet, and it would become a matter of my responsibility, especially when the matter of the souvenir finally got brushed under the rug. Excuse me, can I say something? All right, let's see what Slaka has to say here, the third prince bodyguard. I'm Slaka, a soldier belonging to the second queen. I'll join the introductory class too. What is that guy blabbing about? We don't mind, but belonging to the second queen, meaning he's a close aide to the second prince? No, he's a bodyguard for the third prince. If I'm just going to stand around here dazed, it's way more beneficial to learn an ability. If the third, a bodyguard who serves as a supervisor to a lower prince, leaving his post to come here? That's normally impossible, right? Is he sticking around to gain something important? If they intend to leave us out of the loop, we'll have to reconsider the treaty itself. Idiot, you're just giving them unnecessary information. You're just giving them unnecessary... are you trying to ruin the friendly relationship we went out of our way to build? This bastard, knowing full well and doing it on purpose, taking advantage of my silence during the previous lecture, sneaking around behind my back and making under the table deals. God, I love... Dude. The politics happening here is wild. If you have no intention of handing over that information regarding Nen that could influence the succession contest to yours truly, I have absolutely no desire to play along with your little friendship game. Oh, good grief. Some of you may have already noticed the reason is being demonstrated here due to certain special circumstances is to learn the crucial information regarding Nen that could even influence the succession contest. Since this is a good opportunity, I shall announce it right now. Right here, right now. Wait a minute. If you talk about that here and now, even though we might have been able to advance the succession war to our advantage with that information, is that what you mean? Actually, unfortunately, it's not that kind of information. What is Kurapika going to do? It seems the expression influence the outcome of the succession war caused a misunderstanding. I apologize. I'm very sorry for phrasing it in a way that could be taken to mean only the prince who obtained the information would benefit. No, wait, how else are we supposed to take it? I'll explain it now. Right now on the ship, the succession war to decide the next king of Kakin is in progress, an insane situation where the sole survivor inherits the throne. First, a fundamental question arises regarding that. Why go that far? Needless to say, the grand cause lies in the prosperity of the nation, a king to lead over 1 billion citizens. When it comes to the state affairs ritual that decides such a thing, even as a motivation or a mission, it serves as ample justification to go that far. Furthermore, Nen abilities have continuously brought success to the outcomes of these state affairs. That is where the root of it lies. Woo, this art is nice! By utilizing Nen abilities and maximizing the capabilities outcome through vows and limitations, it can further solidify the leadership of the next king who survives this fierce competition, making national prosperity rock solid. That is how powerful Nen can operate. What are vows and limitations? Well, the principle this is gonna get bloody, by which one gains remarkably higher efficiency and power by taking on stricter resolve and greater risk. The art of sacrificing the lives of one's own bloodline to narrow the successors down to just a single person carries immense resolve and even brings the risk of complete clan extinction. However, up to this point, this is strictly the resolve of a ritual. God, this is making me think of Berserk, which I literally just covered before this. However, up to this point, this is strictly the resolve of a ritual that decide to conduct the succession war. The resolve of enshrinement and offering. God, this is pretty. The Matsuri and Matsuri Goto, administration slash affairs of state has 4 meanings and Kakin has utilized this in their Nem-based succession war. There's the prayer to God, praying for national prosperity and establishing a vow, offering to God, offering the lives of blood relatives as proof of resolve, comforting souls and spirits, gathering those who died during the succession war into 2 locations to form an aura field. Unity of government and ritual politics by the ritualist, governing the affairs of state using the immense power gathered through the ceremony. I'm going to say this. We still have panels that are just text. But God, is it way less than it was before. Tagashi, thank God. Thank God you got these assistants. I'm hoping there's going to be more chapters with less text boxes. With even less text boxes. Oh God, I hope so. The process of advancing the succession war, the restrictions, risks that arise during the ceremony. If these are not established, the Nen required to maintain the power of the guardian spirit beast, the leadership necessary for government that is what makes one fit to lead the masses as king cannot be generated. That very restriction is crucial information fully capable of swaying the outcome of the succession war. Voyage to the new continent takes 2 months. Since 12 days have already passed, what remains is about 1.5 months. God! This is beautiful. The whale on the swimming on the ocean is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Since the ceremony is scheduled immediately after landing, where the current king will officially announce the prince who will become the next king, there's no doubt that the deadline for the succession war during the VW's voyage, determining the next successor during this time, or, the black, I think it's supposed to, yeah. All right, is an absolute requirement. If the deadline, woo, this panel is beautiful. With Kurapika, with the, this, light of resolve, or lightning of resolve. And everyone's shocked faces, in the center. It's pretty. If the deadline arrives and the succession war is not concluded with only 1 single prince remaining, the Huigo Rao family will fall from the royal throne. Yo! Dude, I was thinking about that too. What would happen if there was more than 1 surviving prince left? Wow. Agitation? No, scratch that. You mean a regime change? If we lose the adaptability, extraordinary manipulation capabilities, and everything else that has been heightened to their absolute limits by Nen, that is inevitably the outcome. Wait, isn't the risk higher if it's everyone dies if you don't meet the deadline? Why do you think of it as a collapse rather than total annihilation? Well, at the moment, it is decided that only 1 person can survive. A contract risking one's life has already been established. Completely stripping away options during the course of the festival is not a restriction, but a coercion for Nen. It would end up having the opposite effect. Ooh! This skull is beautiful. And then you got the hourglass in front, or in the center of the skull. This is nice. Actually, this would be a really sick tattoo. I don't do tattoos because 1, a religious thing. And 2, if it wasn't a religious thing, I am extremely needlephobic. But here's the problem, though. The concept is cool. But I have 1 issue with this. I wish the panel was bigger. Reason being, I do not like how small this hourglass is. I wish the proportion was just better. I really wish the hourglass was just a little bit bigger. Just to, again, it's just a proportion thing. It just would work a little bit better for me. I know. It's a weird thing, but it's just, oh God, it just bothers me. Leaving an option for when the succession contest is not completed. In other words, the freedom that permits multiple princes to survive. By leaving hope for the participants in weaker positions, the risk of the ruler self-destructing is hidden behind the restriction of a time limit. Ooh. Are you really the one saying that? It's basically egging us on like we're screwed if we don't hurry up and kill the lower-ranked princes. Oh, and 1 more thing. I shall make a major announcement. The 14th prince does not... What? The 14th prince... Wait, what? What? Prince... Dude, is Kurapika lying? No way! What a fucking twist! The 14th Prince does not possess the qualifications for the Succession War. What? Accelerating motives as shockwave strikes. No fucking way! Are you serious? No way! Kurapika's gotta be bluffing. There's no way! Kurapika's totally bluffing. There's no way! He's gotta be lying! Hey, get out of there. There's no way! Kurapika's gotta be bluffing! There's no way! There's no way! He's gotta be bluffing! There's no... Kurapika's gotta be bluffing! He's gotta be bluffing! There's no freaking way! There's no way! I don't believe that shit for a second! Kurapika's gotta be bluffing! There's no fucking way! I refuse to believe that shit! There's no way! Kurapika's gotta be bluffing! There's no fucking way! I refuse to believe that shit! There's no fucking way! There's no way! That's gotta be a bluff! That's gotta be a huge bluff! He's counting on everyone believing him. He's gotta be. Like, reason why I say this is that anyone, let me phrase it like this. Anyone who's read, Tomodachi Game, manga, you know what I'm talking about. Fuck, if you've read Kakiguri as well, you gotta be looking at this. After like all the fuckery you've seen if you've read Tomodachi Game and Kakiguri, and to an extent Darwin's Game as well, but especially Tomodachi Game and Kakiguri. You gotta be looking at this and be like, yeah, there's no way. Kurapika's totally bluffing. Kurapika's gotta be bluffing. I call bullshit. There's no way. No way. Kurapika's he's gotta be flying. He's gotta be bluffing. He's gotta be, like, everyone's probably gonna believe Kurapika's bullshit. Like, I'm talking about, like, all the readers are, right? Everyone's gonna believe what he's saying. But, as I said, anyone who's read Tomodachi Game, anyone who's read, like, Kakiguri or Darwin's Game is again, especially Tomodachi Game. You gotta be looking at this and be like, nah, Kurapika's so full of shit. He is full of shit. There's no fucking way. There's no way, because this game, like, what we're dealing here with in terms of the Succession War, yeah, it's a little bit more, I would say, yeah, obviously it's a lot more, I say it's more extreme than Tomodachi Game. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I'd say it's more, it's definitely, why am I even thinking about it? Yeah, it's more extreme than Tomodachi Game. I'd say it's like probably a combination of Tomodachi Game and Darwin's Game. Maybe even more, probably more extreme than that. Yeah, I don't know why I'm even questioning that shit. But like, as I said, with Tomodachi Game, it's a friend's game. You have to like bullshit. You have to lie. You have to betray your friends and fuck, as I said, even fuck your friends over to survive. That's why I'm like, dude, Kurapika's full of shit. He's straight up lying. I call bullshit. Kurapika is fucking bluffing. Kurapika is straight up bluffing. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. There's no, like, outside of everything else, what he's saying about the 14th prince is a load of bullshit. Straight up. He is straight up lying. Again, we saw it in Tamagotchi game, where there's a bunch of, like, the majority of what was being said is true, except one thing. And obviously in this case, and that one thing is to save the 14th prince's ass. Watch. Next chapter, we're going to see him, like, totally lie his ass off. Kurapika's good at that shit. Kurapika's so bluffing. He is so goddamn bluffing. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below what you guys think. Watch. I'm telling you right now, the majority of the fandom is going to believe this bullshit. But me, I'm hoping the majority of this fandom doesn't believe this bullshit. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. He is lying. He is bluffing. And Kurapika has a good poker face, so he could get away with it. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Hunter x Hunter content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee. Purchase something off our Amazon wish list. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord. Friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.